Hey student, today I am going to discuss about the class 8 and the topic is the if-else statement. So for class 8, topic is if-else statement, if-else, clear, in a blue Java. Now, first of all we understand that we have understood and we have discussed about that if statement and if control statement examples also, program also we have discussed. If else statement, what is this? That we understand. If else. So what is here written? If else. That means if else statement. Okay. It checks the condition. It checks the condition because if will contain the condition, if will contain the body. So it checks the condition. It checks the condition and executes the body the body of if when condition is true, when condition is true. Okay, and executes the body of else part, body of here body of if and here body of else when condition is false. Condition is false. One more thing is that condition is true or false, it will be decided with the if, because if contains the condition. So here is that condition and here is the body and here is the else and here is the else part body. So here you have written suppose statement 1 and here written statement 2. Okay. One thing is clear that if else statement will contain both things, if also and else also. If will contain the body condition always. So here simple if we had discussed also. So this condition is true, then this will execute. So when true, that will execute and it is known as block, true block. And when condition is false, that means condition is true, then it is executing. And when condition is false, then it is executing else block. False, then executing else block. Okay, so that means else will not contain the condition here again in an opposite way, in reverse way. Condition is true, then it will execute the body of if and whatever statement 1 here, that will execute. When condition is false, then control move to else part and it will execute the body. When condition is true or false in any one situation, it will execute any one part of the body. Both will not execute together. Else will execute in that situation where condition is false. And if condition is true, then it will execute only the if body. And after that, control move to the next part of that after if this one. After here, that means after else part. That will skip that else body and it will execute following statement when condition is true. So example we understand this one, how it works. One more thing is that when condition is false, then it will not go to execute this body and it will directly execute the else part. And after that completing the else part, it will execute the next following statement of the program. That means one thing is clear, in if condition, only that will execute the body of if when condition is true. But if else statement having two aspects, that condition is true, then do some operation, and when condition is false, then do also another operation. That means both aspects, for true and for false. When we are having the situations, when condition is true, we need to do some one task, and when condition is false, we need to do another task. That means for both operation, so when condition is true or condition is false, for both purpose we need to specify some action that we use if else statement. In which situation we will use if only, and in which situation we will use if else only, so that we understand. Suppose that condition is there, and when we have to perform some operation, that when condition will be false or situation will be opposite of that, condition is not true, then also we need to do some task. Then we need to else part also. That means if else statement we will use. Like that, when condition is only true, in that situation you do the task, otherwise no need to do any task. That means when condition is false, we are not going to do some operation. Only we will use if else statement where we have two aspects, for true or for false. In both aspects we have different operations, then we use if else statement. Okay, now we understand with one example. Okay, now the one situation we understand that when we have that both type of work, that one number we are taking input. Okay, after that we are doing that some operations, check, even. Okay, if even, then print square of it. That means when even, then print square of it, and check, and when it is false, that check odd. That means when it is odd, then print cube of it. Okay, that means we have two aspects, even or odd. When we use even, that what we say, that if any number is even, otherwise it is odd. When any number is even, that means otherwise it will be odd. So we will write like this: if n is even, that means when we will go for the else part, that is clear that it will be odd. Yes or no? Number is even, that means it's a clear number is even. But when condition is false, number is not even, that means it will be else, it will go in else part. So it's having two aspects. Number is even, then do some task. Number is odd, that means otherwise even, that means odd. So then we need to do some other task. So here we are having two tasks, and two different tasks we have to perform for different situations. When number is even, then we have to do some task, or other than even, that means odd, other than even, otherwise even. So that means odd, we have to do another task. So now how we have to write the program and what will be the question for this, that we understand, and we write program also. Now the question is, question number 1, we have to input any integer value and check it is even or odd. In very simple way, first one we check this one also, all using if else, and then we will go for the next step, that one. So using that input any number, that we will take input, but we will write here class program 1 without space, void main, and here one integer type of value, that int, and we have taken. Now here, after taking that number, you can display also here that given number is this. So you will write that system dot out dot println given number is n, given number is plus n, and here that we are going to check that n mod 2 is equal to 0, that means it will check even. Then here, so you can give the bracket, or one statement if you are adding without bracket we can also use that. Okay, system dot out dot println, and you can directly write here even number. Okay, if you want to display the number you can also display, and else system dot out dot println odd number. Okay, so then main and class, in such a way that you see if and else, both if having one statement for displaying even number, else That means when condition will be false, that will go in else. Condition is false means number is not even, then we will display a odd number. Okay, one thing is that suppose that we change here that n mod 2 not equals to 0, that means that is odd, so you will display here the message odd number, and in else we will display a even number. So that is the way that in which way your logic you are understanding and you are implementing that one. Okay, so we go for that next question, that one. Now we move to second question, question number 2, that we have to input an integer value and display its square if number is even, otherwise display its cube. Okay, that means it's a clear that one number you will take input. If it is even, then display square of it, otherwise display its cube. So how we will write that program? That like same class program 2 void main. Here you will take one number input. After that you can display here the message also. Given number is system.out.println given number is equal to plus n. Now we have to check that, and what we need here, we need a square and cube also. You check here at first that number is even. If number is even, then we need to display a square. We will calculate here the square int sq is equal to n into n. Okay, so one thing more, that one you can directly write this statement also. So like that, system.out.println. So n is even number and square value of it, that you can write also. So what you will write here? Like this, n plus is even number. After that second line you write also system.out.println square value is equal to plus n into n. 2 lines we have written, no problem, that young. Now here else, in else what we will do? Else means number is odd, so that you have to display here the message system.out.println n plus is odd number, and what you will write here? System.out.println cube value is equal to plus, what you will write? N into n. So you can give a bracket, or without bracket you can also write, no problem. This one main and this one class. That's completed. You can understand easily this is for even. So when number is even, that you are doing this, and this is for odd. When your number is odd, then you are doing this. So in that way you can understand that we have discussed this one, very easy. Okay, we go for that next question. And one more thing, that if you have more and more questions, it depends on that you practice after understanding the concept. So you can do the practice and you can use that one. Okay, if you say and you will comment and you will subscribe my channel and you will comment and you will give that message, that more and more programs, if you have any doubt, I will discuss, I will make a video and I will give you. Okay, thank you.